Obama, as dictator, just says, okay, now today health plan, you must offer. And now you cannot offer. And this is how, the level of tyranny that we're looking at. I want the finest health care in the world at the cheapest possible price for the greatest number of people. That's the free market. And I want free market back in health care again. And I get
She's in her 3rd year of law school. She's a conservative. How do you get her friends who are liberals to see your way, our way of thinking? How do you it seems like they have been zombies, as they have classified their generation, that they are followers. How do you get them to see what he has done? Because I can't talk to a niece of mine without her spouting flames from her ears and fire from her eyes.
There is nothing like a heavy dose of reality, because the key fact that you said is they are in their 3rd year of law school.
Well, that's my daughter, but my niece is
she in the
art
workforce?
field.
Is she in the workforce?
Somewhat, she considers Obamacare like
The entry point for most people into the Republican Party is your first W-2. It is called reality. I do have to address something that Scott brought up, and that's the fact that I worked for the IRS. My employer was the Department of Treasury, but I just want to refer you to The Art of War by Sun Tzu. One of the first rules is know your enemy. And so I went to work intentionally in the Department of Treasury because I intended, after I got my LLM and federal tax law from William and Mary, I wanted to know this system from the inside out so that I could defeat it. And so what I have seen is now the IRS, the code is about 3.8 million words. And all it is whack this guy, whack that guy, carve me out. That's all it is. And I believe in a level playing field. And so my goal truly is, I hope this doesn't sound too radical, I want to abolish the current tax code. And I just want to level and fair for everybody, because I'd love it if, your tax form could basically be a postcard and everyone fills it out, put me out of business, I could care less. And just make it simple. Because the thing is, it shouldn't be about any particular industry having a set aside. It should be about freedom. Well, I'm a firm believer in Second Amendment rights. I'm a concealed carry permit holder myself. I helped pass concealed carry in my home state of Minnesota. It took a long time, but we were able to get it through. And again, I think the UN has been a proven failure in instance after instance after instance. And I think that, there's nothing that speaks more to people than reality. And the reality has been, we are the biggest donor nation to the UN. And so we can tell them, look, we have to get our own financial house in order. And so you'll have to get along without a little bit of our money for a while. Here's the other thing I want to say about the UN. I came out with a statement. Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, this week once again republished his intention that Israel should be eradicated from the face of the earth. Ahmadinejad is planning to come in and give a speech before the UN again. He is a genocidal madman, in my opinion. And so I called on the President of the United States to not allow him to step one toe in this country to give a speech. No, he should not be allowed to do that.
Me, sir.
Thank you. That's what all of you come in. It's MichelleBachman.com. Join me on Facebook and Twitter, and I need your very best financial gift. And if you can help me to be a part of my Florida leadership team, we need to put the network together of influential opinion makers